Welcome back, everyone. And I just wanted to thank you guys for clicking on this video, as well as saying Happy Black History Month. Such a powerful month with such a great time to release this movie. Thank you guys, and enjoy the video. Welcome to I Watch Movies, where I watch movies, rate them, and get your feedback. I'm Josh, and today we'll be talking about Judas and the Black Messiah. Judas and the Black Messiah is a weird movie as it's a biopic drama based on true events, but you can tell there's some sort of Hollywood in it. It's directed by Shaka King and stars Daniel Kaluuya and Lakeith Seinfeld. I don't know much about the Black Panthers. I was born in the 90s, late 90s, and this movie takes place around the 1960s. This movie is a very interesting watch as you get to see a little bit of history and what the Black Panthers went through with the whole scandal, the police, the FBI, and all sorts of drama that was going on back in the day. That still sadly happens today. The good thing about this movie is that you see what's happening and you can relate to it. So you get very invested into the movie as you know, you want the Black Panthers to do what they're doing even though you know it's wrong. But is it really wrong? Now, another good thing about this movie is Daniel Kaluuya. Yo, that man kills it in this role. He is by far the most interesting person in this movie. You see him in the movie and you really don't want him to leave the screen. He just has a way with his words that you're like, damn, I want to follow that man. And throughout the whole movie, when he's not in the film, you're like, okay, bring him back, bring him back. Another good thing about this movie is every character in this movie has a beginning and an end, and it's told very well. There are side characters in this movie who literally go from heaven to hell, and they all pay the consequences for Lakeith's character. That's very interesting how you can fit so many little stories in such a big story overall. Other good things about this movie are pretty much that the cinematography is really good, the action's pretty good when they have it. It's not action throughout the whole movie. There's a lot of, dialogue, there's a lot of building up to basically what's gonna happen. Now, the mixed aspect of this movie. I felt as though this movie, while it is based on true events, sprinkle in the little of Hollywood in it. They had to make a little bit of the scenes more interesting than they actually were. I get the FBI are supposed to be bad characters, but there are some scenes where you're just like a room full of white cops. I mean, I don't know how it was back then, but to treat it like that, I mean, that's scary if it is true. These FBI agents having so much power that they get to choose who's in the FBI. If you can't notice that that's an issue, even today, then there's something wrong. Something completely wrong with the way our justice system is. Now, let me get into the bad parts about this movie. The bad part about this movie is that when Daniel's not on screen, the movie tends to be a little bit boring. Throughout the second act of the movie, he's not present, and you can feel it. You can see that the movie dies down. You can feel it in the tone. You can feel it in pretty much everything. And while Lakeith is a very strong actor and he can hold his own, Daniel just outperforms him in the movie, and you can honestly see it. He comes back in the third act and boom, right back on. It's very interesting to see that someone can act so well that he pretty much just dominates this movie. So guys, that's my review on Judas and the Black Messiah. If I had to rate this movie, I'd give it a 8.9 out of 10. This movie is a very interesting watch. It's very important to watch movies like this. I hope it gets nominated for an Oscar, as some movies that are released earlier on in the year are forgotten when Oscar season comes around. That's no excuse. This movie deserves an Oscar. And guys, if you want to check this movie out, be sure to check it out on HBO Max. It's on for 30 days. It starts on February 12th, and it's a really good platform. I'd definitely invest my money in HBO Max, as they have everything from Studio Ghibli to everything that comes from Cartoon Network. But guys, tell me what you guys want me to review next. I mean, there's a lack of movies, everything's getting pushed back. Make sure to comment down below what you want me to review next. And don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell, as it's more important than ever. Thank you guys, and remember, I watch movies so you don't have to.